We're now joined by three-time gold medalist Olympian Jeremy Wariner with us on 365 Sports. Hey, thanks for your time. You're not coaching your son? Are you just watching them tonight?
Fortunately, I'm just watching. I don't know if I can handle coaching this team.
Yeah, he shared me a little information. They lost all three of the games in the bracket yesterday or over the weekend.
Jeremy,
Yeah.
Jeremy, is the U.S. team right now, the way it's looking, set up better than it has been across the board, men's and women's sprinters, than maybe the last couple?
Definitely I believe on the women's side. Men's side, 100-wise, yes. 400, we'll find out tonight. Kind of hard to say right now. I know Norman has ran 44.2. Obviously, Quincy Wilson is running PRs every time he steps on the track at the age of, 16, which is impressive. So I would love to see him qualify for the team. But it's wide open. All three spots to me are wide open for the 400. 400 hurdles, Rye Benjamin, he's going to be one to possibly go out there and take home the gold. The 200, obviously Noah, Kenny, and they're both up there to medal. So it's going to be interesting to see. But I do think the girls, for sure, they're up. They seem to be better than they have been. The men, I think it's going to only time will tell for the rest of this meet.
What are your thoughts, other than the fact he's a phenom, with Quincy Wilson? I watched him race yesterday. He's got the final tonight. And just doing that against men that are grown men, and here he is, a 16-year-old.
Yeah, he's fearless. He's taken the opportunity that's given to him, and he's been consistent with his races. He's not changing anything up. He's running what he knows how to run. He's not changing it up just because it's the Olympic trials. He's out there running the same race he ran back at the New Balance Nationals and what he's ran all season. So, he's consistent. He's got a chance. It's wide. Like I said, it's wide open. It wouldn't surprise me if he sneaks up there and gets third. But it's going to be tough. I don't know how he's going to be. I don't know if he's ran 3 races in 4 days before. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be interesting to see. But outside of that, I think everything is good.
What is these 2 months like leading up to trials and then the Olympics for the athletes, as far as stress, work, the way you have to balance, any kind of little injury you have and all those different things?
Yeah, for the professionals, it's nothing different than what they've done every other summer. We've always had world championships at the same time every year. So, that's not going to change. Their preparation is going to be the same. A lot of them have started running in March, April-ish. So they're going to be fresh and ready to go. The college kids are going to be the ones that make the team. They're going to be the ones that are going to have to kind of adjust from trials to the games that they make it. I was fortunate to have Coach Hart that understood that, and he's been there, done that multiple times tonight. So I was blessed to have a coach that understood how to back off, reload, recover, and stay healthy to be able to run just as fast in August as I did in June.
Jeremy, what's it like? You mentioned Wilson 3 days in a row. Or are there just times when your legs just don't go? How frustrating is that, no matter how much treatment or how much rest or how much you practice, that are days when your legs just aren't there?
Yeah, it depends on the situation. Back in 2008 at the trials, we ran 2 rounds back-to-back and then had 2 days off before our final. And for me, that kind of messed my rhythm up. I had too much time off. I wasn't ready. For that, I hadn't experienced that much time off between rounds. Before that, I always liked, either going 2 rounds off and then run the finals, or 1 round off back-to-back in my finals. It's just you get in that rhythm, you're ready to go, you're anxious, and you're not having to sit there too long to think about what's going to be happening for that final.
What is it like to be on the podium with the United States flag being raised and the national anthem with a gold medal around your neck?
Oh man, it's an experience that it's hard to explain, man. It's one that I'll always remember. And for me, for my first time having my 2 teammates up on the wall stand with me, it's an honor, it's a blessing to have. I look back on that, and that's the one thing that I remember. just being able to represent my country and executing my race perfectly and coming out on top at the age of 20, and nobody was expecting me to do what I did that year. It just everything fell into place. I look back at it, and I would do everything exactly the same again.
If you could take on one runner, any era in the 400, just to see how you stack up, who would that be?
Oh, obviously Michael.
Okay.
I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. We both kind of similar styles of running. He's a little bit faster through the 2 than I was, but from 2 to 3, I was a little bit faster than him. And then we come down to who's got the best last 100. We both trained by Coach Hart. So for me, that would be my number one race that I would have loved to run again.
What are your thoughts about that he might start a professional track league in this country?
I think it's a great thing. Over the years, track has kind of fell off. And it's not due to the athletes, it's due to organizations with like World Athletics. There's no draw. They're not doing what I think they could do. And I think what MJ is doing is start. I think the first year will be great, and then he's just going to build off that, add more events. Obviously, I think the first year is just trying to get it out there and showing what they can do, and then they'll add more events probably. But it's a great thing. I'm excited to see what they're going to do, and as an athlete, I would be all for it. I'd be one of the first ones asking to be a part of it.
Michael Ford is coaching sprints. Your thoughts about him as he represents Baylor? You know him well, and he's going to be a part of the Olympic team.
Oh yeah, definitely. He recruited me out of college or out of high school, and everything was great. He's coached Trayvon to a 9.9, and he's been there, done that. He knows what he's doing. He's set his own ways, and I'm excited for him. I hope he does a great job out there now.
Jeremy, sorry about that. Shakera Richardson stumbled at one point out of one of the qualifying, heats. And I saw a note you made about if she just gets that down. How frightening can that be when you're talking about, 9-10 seconds and you bobble like that? And the fact she corrected that and got better, and then she ended up winning pretty easily in the final.
Yeah, with her top end speed, it's ridiculous. It's once she gets that start under control, and she's able to do it right, and it's flawless with her top end speed. As soon as she runs through that line, this whole trial she didn't have a great start, and then she shut it down with like 15-20 to go, and just cruised and just relaxed through, and still went 10-7, 10-7, 10-8. With all that, everything lines up for her. That's why I said she could run between 10-4 and 10-4, 10-5. And I'm not saying 10-4-1 to 10-5 flat. Somewhere between 10-4 and 10-5-9. It's 10-45 is going to be hard to run, but if anybody does it, I think she can.
You have been coaching a little bit now. Lancaster High School, I saw that. Congratulations! They've got a bunch of speed at Lancaster High. How much do you use what you learned from the coaches at Baylor, Clyde Hart, etc., Todd Harbor, and what you do now in coaching high school athletes?
Oh, I use it all. I learned from one of the greatest coaches. I've also learned from Coach Ford. I'm trying to give these kids the same thing that I got in high school from my high school coaches and from Coach Hart in college. I'm kind of giving them the same style workouts that we did at Baylor, just kind of modifying them to their ability. Just toning them down just a little bit, and then, gearing up, seeing who can handle what, and then just adjust it. But I'm super excited about this opportunity that I have in front of me. Got a great number of kids that are fast, athletes that want to compete. And, I think we can get that team up there to be the Duncanvilles, the Sotos, the Tassis.
Okay, I have one ridiculous question to ask you, and I like to do this anytime that we have you on, because I've asked you some before. If you and me and Smokey and Craig were running a 400 against each other, and we could run normally, but you had to do a 3-legged race, and you could pick anybody from your gold medal, relay team to do that with, do you think you could still beat us?
Yeah, me and Daryl, definitely. Definitely me and Daryl would be out there, and I think we'd be able to do
So
I think so.
We actually thought so too. Even though you'd be a little bit restricted at first, like maybe we'd beat you out of the blocks just because that's not something that you would normally do. By the turn, I think you've got us.
I think so.
Hey,
I think so.
yeah, because
At least by 350.
when it counts,
Yeah.
and a lot of us wouldn't make that final turn anyway. So that would also.
That's a good point.
Hey, thank you for your time. I know you're watching your son play baseball. Hope they're doing well. Good luck tonight with that, and thank you very much as always, Jeremy.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Thank you, Jeremy Wariner, 3-time Olympic gold medalist, twice 400-meter relay, 4x400-meter relay, and also individually winning the 400.